this gap, what you said 10-12 is correct up to 2019, but the figures are not yet out for 2021 or 21-22, and I am given to understand that we may be closer to 14 to 16 lakh crores.
Sure.
So the extent of the gap that you are talking about has narrowed, but the fundamental point that you have made, that there is a gap between 22 and what we've achieved, and that gap needs to be narrowed. Now, the two issues in infrastructure to narrow the gap, let's look at two major drivers. One is there enough capital to fund the required infrastructure? And the second is there enough pipeline of a project, of projects?
Yes.
So let's look at the first one. The first one is actually very revealing, because most discussions about infrastructure have largely 90% of the discussions in infrastructure, and you've been a key player in that for a large portion of your career, has been, does India have the financial capability to invest such large sums? The answer startingly is that India has reached a level of financial capacity and capability, and I will tell you how. Look at the various buckets of financing capacity. The union budget this year has set aside 7.5 lakh crores. Now, the thumb rule is that states normally do an equal amount, but I'm actually taking less because of the fiscal stress in the states. And let's say the states do 6 lakh crores. So 7.5 plus 6, you've reached 13.5. Take extra budgetary resources and PSUs, add another 3 lakh crores there, right? You've reached 16.5. Then you add private capital and domestic and private capital, and you will see that, and add another 2 lakh crores from the newly instituted NABFID, National Bank for Financing Infrastructure Development. When you add this up, you will see that we are very comfortably placed to have crossed the 20 lakh crore financing barrier. Union government, extra budgetary resources and PSUs, states, domestic and foreign private capital, I don't know whether I mentioned it, at around 3 lakh crores, and NABFID currently at 2. So you are very close to 22 lakh crores. So the revealing fact is that India today has reached a certain level of maturity in its ability to fund infrastructure.
Sure.
However, the concern is gradually shifting to project execution and the availability of project pipeline. Now, look at a very simple maths. The normal life of an infrastructure project is about 4 years. It could be 7 years, it could be 3 years, but let's take 4. It's probably a overestimate, but let's take 4 years. Which means that to put 20 lakh crores on the ground every year in shovel-ready projects, and for the money on the ground to actually translate into demand for construction labor, steel, cement, etc., you will then require a pipeline 4 times that. So you require a pipeline of 80 lakh crores so that you are able to bring down 4 lakh crores, 20 lakh crores, 1/4 of the amount every year to actually deploy the funds. The billion rupee crore question, I can't say multi-million dollar, is, does India have a ready pipeline of 80 lakh crores? No way. We honestly don't have precise figures of what the project pipeline is, right? The National Infrastructure Pipeline attempts to chart such a pipeline, but the best guess estimates or back of the envelope calculations today reveal that India today probably has an investable pipeline of around 50 to 60 lakh crores. We are short, and this is an optimistic estimate. We are short, and much of this will get consumed in the next 2 years. 40 lakhs will get consumed in the next 2 years. So 60 will become 20. Are we adding? We today need a new generation of projects which will certainly add a bulk infusion of 40 to 50 lakh crores of fresh projectization to add to the pipeline in a situation where funding capacity is not the effective constraint. The effective constraint is gradually becoming the availability of shovel-ready projects. Most economists, most public policy experts actually miss this point, and when I make this point, they stand up and say, oh yes, but we've never really applied our minds to this. So creating a new generation of projects and speedy execution, because even if you have projects and instead of 4 years it takes 6 or 7 years, then once again you're back to the game that there are not enough shovel ready projects. So speed of execution and development of a new generation of projects seems to be where the discussion is shifting to.